All right, Steph, thanks. Let's get back to our big story, the coronavirus. The death toll now more than 1,700, and as the number of cases grows, there's new reason for concern in Asia. Mia Gradney connects the dots.
There is real concern that the coronavirus outbreak is bigger than we know, and we are getting hints from countries like Singapore. Let's connect the dots. For the most part, cases of the novel coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, have been tracked back to China. And up until recently, that was the case in Singapore. But now, the country's prime minister admits some newer cases cannot be traced to the source of the infection, Hubei province in China, which would mean the virus is now circulating within Singapore's population. Right now, global health officials are only looking for the virus in people who have a connection to China. But if it is now being spread by people with no connection to the area, it could be a lot harder to stop it. In fact, an infectious disease expert from Johns Hopkins says she is not confident officials would be able to catch patients with coronavirus before it spread throughout the United States. The experts say it is important for officials not to panic, but prepare. Connecting the dots, I'm Mia Gradney for H-Town Rush.